is Virginia Robinson from Attorneys Northwest. This is Carrie.
Yes, it is. How are you?
Hey, Carrie.
Hi.
I just wanted to talk to you for just a couple
Okay.
minutes. I didn't want to charge you a consultation
Okay.
until I got an idea that I can even help you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Because I'm very little on sound right now.
Okay. I looked at the deeds
Mm-hmm.
that the husband, the ex-husband, that how it was transferred.
Yeah.
They were notarized. They do not appear.
No, those were all good. Those were all good. I'm not saying those were fraudulent. We put them back in my mom's name. What I was saying was fraudulent was that he took her name off years ago. He took her name off of it, and she didn't believe us. When me and my daughter were telling her that it just said Frederick Smith and
But right now,
yeah.
the status of everything right now
Mhm.
is that he put her name back on.
Yes.
It's okay now.
Yes.
So what difference does it make, literally, that he did something wrong a long time ago? What is the relevance now?
What is relevance now? Well, because we were all treated like criminals when his kids.
That's not against the law.
Okay.
People can be jerks, Carrie.
Yeah. Okay.
And that doesn't create a law.
Okay. They stole all of our personal belongings, and they didn't let me and my children say goodbye. Yes, me. Yeah.
And who is the beneficiary?
Me. And they ignored it. And the nursing home.
Well, did you probate the will?
I'm trying to, and nobody will take it. And that's what I was hoping you would do. I thought that's what. Okay.
Do you have the original will?
Yes, I do. I have the original will.
Okay, but it looks like, what did she own at her death, other than her personal property?
She owned her personal property and the houses, and she owned the beauty clinic in 801 that they turned around, and that's the whole other issue that I have with Pioneer Title, is that they ignored my power of attorney and went on with the sale the day that we got the insurance check. They went on with the sale. They said that my power was no power of attorney, and we have it. We have all these conversations on.
When did this transaction happen?
Okay.
Did she die?
No, it happened on the 17th of April is when the sale happened. We stopped the sale, and then the neighbor guy got involved, went in and confused her.
What sale were you trying to stop? The sale to the church?
No, yes, the 801 East Best, because we got the insurance check. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because they went on.
She signed them.
Yeah, I know.
Herself.
Well, I know.
So what are you going to try to do about that?
Well, we tried to stop it because she was because they ripped her off, because if she would have just fixed it, we stopped the sale, and then they went in and confused her, and Scotty Weaver answered her phone in her room, and
Saying that there's been undue influence.
yes,
To go ahead and do these transactions.
yes, totally, and then it caused her death. But that's beyond. But she went down. She died the day after they demolished her house.
It's a very difficult thing to prove.
Yeah, and right now I just want to go probate. Yeah. Yes.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive litigation to try to prove
Yeah.
undue influence. What was her ailment? What did she die from?
Well, that was another thing. She died of respiratory arrest, but they said she had breast cancer, and everybody refused to do an autopsy. And they forged the death certificate.
They don't do autopsies unless the cause of death is in question, and obviously there was no question.
But there was. But they were all acting like there wasn't, because it was.
How do you know there was?
Because we don't even know that she ever had cancer, and they said she was actively dying for 2 days, and they wouldn't let me or my kids see her. And there was one other thing that was, they forged the death certificate. They forged my name to cremate her.
Who did?
Fred's kids, and they kept on saying that they were married to the cops when they had them take every vehicle from us. And nobody can contact him, and we were thinking about they put Grandpa in jail. They put Grandpa in the hospital the day after they found out that we owned the houses, that my mom owned the houses. Because well, what do you mean?
I mean, I can see the deed. She didn't own anything with her death. What did she own by the time she died?
She owned 2 houses. and the money in the bank from the 801 East. He owned nothing. He came into the relationship with absolutely nothing.
That doesn't matter. She could have, if she puts it in his name, and
But she didn't. She never put it in his name. They were married in 2000 for 4 years.
okay,
And I've got the divorce papers.
okay, and probably they had that house, and
No, my mom had the house. She owned it outright. He was married to my aunt. Yeah.
yeah, but
She didn't.
signed it back to her,
Yes.
so that they always have people do that.
Yeah.
Who are married because they don't want a question about it later. So he signed that.
No, we made him. Yeah, we had to make him do that because he took her name off shadily years ago.
Well, he couldn't have done that unless your mother put his name.
No, I know. See, they went. Yeah, they took out a loan and with his name on it. Yeah. Okay.
Your mother took actions that you disagree with.
No.
You don't like.
She didn't take those actions though. She didn't take her name off is the whole thing. She didn't take her name off. He did that shadily. She marched him right down to the title company as soon as she found out after the house fire. As soon as she found out. I know everybody says that, but they did because he's got a niece that's a notary.
No, they didn't.
They didn't. Okay.
No, he cannot take her name off.
Okay.
They had to sign something for him to.
But she didn't. They forged it. They are great at forgery.
No way for you to prove it.
They forged the death certificate. They misspelled her fucking name.
Here's the bottom line. It costs a lot of money to prove these things. It's litigation.
Yeah.
If you would have limited amount of money, you're not going to be able to do this. No matter
Okay.
if everything you're telling me is
Yeah.
absolutely perfectly accurate.
It is.
The courts can't go by what you say. They have to be proven. And it takes so much money.
Yeah, I've got so many phone conversations totally throwing these people under the bus. They convinced my mother. Scotty answered the phone and said, I've almost got Sharon convinced to reverse the sale again. He said, to just go down and do it. He goes, I've almost got her convinced. So if that's okay to,
Here's the thing.
what?
What kind of income do you have money? This.
No, I don't. I am big. Yeah.
Thousands and
Thousands and thousands of dollars, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do you have, and even the probate of an estate is a couple $1,000s.
Yeah, well I know, that's,
And so
yeah.
here's another thing, cases where the people weren't married that long and they die. There's no way to even know what items of personal property were
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. There was, well, yeah.
Your mom should have had things set up better.
I know. Yeah, I thought that we did. I thought that we, yeah.
Yeah, well, and people can undo it to their harm, you know.
Yeah, that they have. They've taken everything from us. They've taken 4 vehicles.
Never married this dude at all.
Or, yeah. Well, we took care of him for 20 years, and that's fine. But we thought that we fixed everything that he had done because he'd messed her taxes up for years also. But he was doing it knowingly because he wasn't even giving her a house on the taxes. And we've discussed all this. He knew what he was doing when he took her name off of everything. And she thought that since she was on the mortgage, she was on the deed also.
You can't take her name off of anything.
He said that he was married to her on the death certificate.
You cannot. That's different. That's all you get. All you have to do is tell the authorities these things, and they put it on there, and that can be changed.
I did. I went down and did an affidavit at the funeral home.
It doesn't change any legal relationship.
But it did when it came to the police coming and taking our vehicles and treating us like criminals. It matters.
Why did they take them?
And send the boys off, and they had to walk home in the rain.
Well, why? Listen,
Huh.
whose names were the?
They were in Mom and Fred's, and Mom didn't even know that Fred had put his name on the cars.
Not let me do that. They won't unless you go down with me
I know.
and sign the form and say, yeah, Virginia owns my car.
Yeah.
So what I'm is, and that is the law.
Oh, either. Oh, she doesn't?
No, she gave them away. She signed the deeds. I've looked at them.
She signed the... What do you mean she signed the deeds? She doesn't sign the deeds. We put everything into her name. Okay, I'm going to call the other attorney. Because you're telling me things that are not true. Thank you. Wow.